welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here, the first series of the day. It's day 2 here at the CORSAIR DreamHack Masters in Stockholm, and we've got Astralis versus North. It is tied 1-1, and third map is going to be coming up. That is going to be on Mirage. I can't wait for it.
This is going to be awesome. This has been a phenomenal series. I mean, obviously, everyone with the reputation that Astralis has built for themselves this year, it feels like it's overwhelmingly in Astralis' favor, but North has put up a great fight. This is the best we've seen them look with this lineup. And yeah, to have a third map is going to be great. I actually looked it up because in my head I'm just saying, where's Device, right? He's felt a little bit quiet from what we're used to him. And he's not far off, like, stats-wise. He's 30 and 31, and most of Astralis outside of Zipnix is sitting around, you know, between like 30 and 34 kills in the series so far.
All right.
But you're looking for that impact out of Device with the AWP, right? We haven't seen him dictate a game yet in this series.
No, not the way that we normally see, and it's definitely something that could be a thing on a map like Mirage. You see that every once in a while. The really wonderful thing that I feel like I'm seeing out of North, that last map, obviously, AZ hit a really high level and just was playing extremely well in almost every situation. You can still see that Valder, just the decision-making that, like, he's able to take fights versus the likes of, you know, Sip and Dupree and just make that work. And he's just so good at winning those individual fights as well. So I really feel like they've got so much going on. And then just the surprise factor of MSL with that AWP.
He has he's not been bad, actually. He's at 29 kills for the series, so he's not doing terribly. It is some questionable decision makings at times, and there's a good trade. I don't know why I'm talking about the knife now. I just kind of got caught staring.
It's won by North.
Yeah, it was won by North, so they started CT on every single map.
Yeah.
But yeah, MSL's been. I really like the change of positioning on Inferno that we saw from Valda and Nico, putting Valda in a position where he can rotate and, like, you know, read the game himself.
Yeah.
Seems to be such a smart decision. I mean, I've talked a number of times about how much respect I have for his knowledge of the game and everything, so I think that's very cool. But yeah, do or die here in this series for both of these teams. Astralis getting one last talk over. Zipnix has been incredible.
Yeah, he's been, I mean, as usually is, a bit of a rock of this team, Astralis.
Who you got? You gonna change? You picked Astralis for this series. Did you see anything in North makes you think that they can take this third map, take the series, get that first series win over Astralis with this lineup?
Don't think it's going to be today, but but they have really impressed me. Like, I don't want to just stick to Astralis just because I said it early on.
Yeah, I
really think they look incredible on Inferno. I think it could have easily been, instead of 16-8 on Nuke, it could have been 16-13 instead. Like, they could have got way closer North. I really think that scoreline was so. I actually think they've played a great series, and I don't know. I mean, there are some things that could be working for them here, right? The fact that, for whatever odd reason, a lot of the people that normally like AWPing and are good at it on other maps don't really like to do it on Mirage. You see a lot of main AWPers sort of, you know, they swap away from doing it. And I think part of the reason is that people sometimes end up anchoring the B-bomb side with an AWP instead, and usually if some of those main players, they end up playing in middle, so they don't want the AWP there, and it gets a bit weird, right?
It's a very scrappy kind of AWPing, because you normally think an AWPer is going to be there for like the opening pick, right? Get some kind of the opening context, someone strays too far out from a smoke or, you know, beyond the flashbang range or something like that, and an AWP just picks them off. Well, that's normally in mid, right? But that's such a scrappy battle to take as an AWPer. There's just going to be smokes everywhere. There's going to be Molotovs and flashbangs and nades going into all the different choke points. So it can be weird. And I think if there's going to be, if there's one AWPer you're going to point to, there's actually multiple. You know, Simple is going to be fine, obviously.
Yeah.
Device, with how mobile he likes to be, is going to be fine on this map overall. Because you can AWP pretty much everywhere. Like you said, B, underpass, top mid, palace, A ramp. You've seen it all. Important to note as well, the times where we see Astralis drop series is when Device does seem to be missing some kind of impact in a game, and that's kind of how this has worked out. So a little bit scary in that regard. Plenty of faith that he'll bounce back, but here comes a straight A execute in the pistol round for Astralis.
Yeah, they have a smoke there. I think there might be one for AZ as well. It's all going to be on that side, so AZ's got a clear shot from the CT spawn. See how that works out. MSL ducking in behind the smoke, taking down Dupree as he falls back. That's such a good kill. And they're going to double up on the CT spawn aggression, but look how smartly AZ is playing it. Instead of staying and fighting, he's falling back, and now they're going to retake it with backup. There's 2 more actually people coming, so a really strong retake of this ramp. And Astralis are trying to stay alive and fight it, but getting really close. Nico with 1 kill in return. Meg is doing so much. Oh my god, the triple kill coming in, shutting down that whole push in. And now Meg is looking for the quad to save the round, missing a shot. He just needs 1, and there it is. saving Astralis in the pistol. All Magus all the way.
He is a machine. That is a great play from him. And it looked like they missed the timing on their flashbangs. The first one is too early. Second one is too late. And Magus has to do it all. He has no chance but to continue down those stairs and keep fighting. That is a great hold. Teams have gotten much better. That strategy on pistol rounds for T-sides has been so effective for so long.
Yeah.
And teams all have gotten very, very good now at countering that. And that's pretty much the only way you can do it, outside of just hitting amazing shots on the initial hold. That's tough for North because they did everything right, and just a phenomenal individual effort out of Magisk takes it right out of their grasp. 1-0 for Astralis. Molotov forces MSL into the waiting arms of Magisk. Device finds 1 kill with the Galil as well. All of a sudden a 5-on-3, and here they come. AZ inside the bomb site gets 1 kill, out of bullets, using the smoke to reload. He's got time, he's got ability, but Zipnik shuts him down around the edge.
Definitely could have had a moment there if he could have got out of the smoke and got the right angle. But it should be an easy enough round from here on out. C-set 75 and a scout should not be enough to stop Astralis. They're waiting. They really want to make sure that nobody goes down planting this bomb.
Smart. We've seen a few teams have struggled to be able to kind of control this bomb site, get the bomb planted, and while they're not able to clean up that kill, they're going to allow Device to get away. And yeah, from here, save the armor, save the CZ, see if that scout can do some work in the next round. 2-0 first round. I think this is the first time they've converted the second round.
Yeah, North did it on Inferno, right? But and first time Astralis have done it in the series, so they're going to be...
Bodes well.
Bodes well, yeah. Something going the right direction here. And the longer they can keep North out of having that AWP, that's good news. If they can limit the economy as much as possible early on.
Yep. MSL is going to have that up no matter what in the fourth round. Didn't invest a single penny into this round. 2-0, a good start for Astralis. Only losing 1 player in that round.
Getting a second scout.
That's a good find right at the end, isn't it?
I'm not going to be too sad about that. We'll see. They were really early on Inferno. They were kind of heavy on the B-bomb side, Astralis. And now they've gone A, it's only 2 rounds, so it's a pretty small sample size. I'm not trying to do any science here, but but I'm just saying, sometimes if you can condition the other team to be a little bit more worried about one bomb site than another early on in the game, that can help you out later.
Oh, God. That is... Yeah, well, here's that scrappy style you have to get into, and MSL just takes some damage for nothing. He finds the tag on a Dupree, down to 29 HP. Astralis still marching up A. No one in mid as MSL and his teammate both clear that. There are going to be some players delayed towards top mid as they wrap back around, but this A bomb site, they have to delay, they have to hold on to it, and all 5 players are here.
Gabby, can you get the right timing? Devices right in front, close range with the USP can definitely work out. See if we can put those scouts into play as well. They're all here. There's only one that's Glaive coming from the middle, but the rest of Astralis are all fighting this straight up. And there's the scout gone, close range, and this time Device managed to turn around. Valder's got a little bit of work in, but not sure it's going to be quite enough. So I wanted those scouts to do more. I feel like it's always fun to see that in action, but it feels like they're going to get run down. None of them survive, and a 3rd round for Astralis. So
that was a weird round, Anders.
it was.
There's not many teams that are going to march all the way that far into the A bomb site, even on a round like that, and just pause.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah. Caribou could have probably peeked. I mean, obviously he can't know this, but he probably could have peeked out and got that kill on the Device for free, essentially, for a decent amount of time.
Yeah.
3-0. There's the op on MSL. Light on utility, though, for the defense, as we usually see in this 4th round. No kits. He's going to challenge in window. No smoke in his face, just at base of catwalk. Maybe lined up for an aggressive cat. That might be what it looks like, but they're going to go A instead.
Flashbang was a little bit annoying for Kirby, but nobody checks him, so a bit strange. 2 great shutdowns early on. North looking good in this 4th round. And only 3 members of Astralis. They'll make that 2 as Device takes a bullet to the face, and they're trying to fight it way back, but North don't really need to fight right now. They were just 5-on-2. Just leave it alone for now. Now they're both very low on health, so this should be fine.
Yeah, I think Dupree even just felt like, you know what, we have such low HP, I might as well challenge here. I'm not going to make that jump, and goes down. Yeah, good initial hold from North. Astralis didn't get enough bodies going for it. I think they got stalled out by some utility. Good shot from MSL at the end. Nice little hop.
Celebrating.
Yeah, as soon as he takes the shot. But yeah, I think, I mean, obviously the first player gets taken out. No one clears underneath, but I think they needed more bodies moving forward into the bomb site attacking those stairs. They had 3 players kind of stuck at the top of A ramp when the first 2 kills went out, not progressing anywhere, not able to get those trades. Small bonus round. I think Astralis had an SMG or 2 or Glil. Now they've got the AKs, but North do a good job of solidifying the money.
Makes a big difference early on the CT side here. Just able to keep a couple of rifles alive. It looks like they are setting up for another execute. This time, AC is going to have a really hard choice to make. He's might be... Oh, he's already going to be falling back. I was going to say he's going to be very much alone on the bomb site.
They've switched into a retake now. Timing spray for Caribou. Doesn't even come close to landing. Device leading the way. North haven't even moved out of keeping their eyes on mid. They're not even sure it's this committed towards the A bomb site. They'll find out soon enough as that bomb gets planted out in the open, and Device takes a lot of damage. So does Magisk. This is nice. This is a great retake strategy from North.
Yeah, it really is. Device has got 1 Molotov and 11 health, so I'm just going to be keeping my eye on that, see if that's going to make a difference. That smoke, though, will certainly cancel out the Molotov right now. If it ever happens, Molotov goes deep in towards the bench instead. Glaive playing close. Device is gone. Now it's a 4-on-5. Sneaking into the Dupree, but Kirby sees it coming and gets Dupree on the flank. That's great play. Now Glaive. Oh, they line up for him. He's out of bullets. The defuse is happening right in front, and it's going to go through. If he had more bullets, he might have been able to do it. He might have canceled it out, but instead, North are going to pick up the round. What a time to run out.
Yeah, so close. That's got to be frustrating. Great effort out of Glaive as well, playing it patiently. So much chaos going around him, and he finds the double kill he needed. That success, though, from North, they did a great amount of damage before that retake even began. They had 2 players sprayed down to, like, 10 to 15 HP. That's not what you have to do if you're going to play retake. You either need the kills or do massive damage to make things easier for you on the retake. And Glaive, just that 1 bullet left to find the diffuser in the smoke, and obviously not great odds of that. 3-2. Those kills help do some economic damage. Important to note as well, because there was success at the A bomb site on the retake, Caribou could be much more patient in waiting for that play at top mid. He could be much more patient kind of waiting for that flank and making sure they don't get stopped by that. With that plant location, he knew it was coming.
A really important fight for him to win, and see the focus afterwards is just going to be much easier for that retake. Flashbang to help MSL, and it worked perfectly. Magus got the close spawn to middle, but the Flashbang was going to help out every single time, so that's just a good setup. Device will pick up the AWP instead and take down MSL. So good trade in the middle. Going to be favoring Astralis right now. Glaive is stuck in there alone. Sip is going to open up after Easy got the kill on Dupree, so just trading all over the map right now. Seems to still be favoring North at the moment.
Bomb's going to get planted. That smoke's going to allow some safety to cross into a better position for Zipnex. He can control CT spawn. Obviously has to be wary, and this shift in style this round for Astralis has been very effective. They've been doing a lot of those A executes. The smoke wall, getting into the bomb site, getting the plant down. Now they kind of shift into a little bit more loose and kind of taking timing battles.
They don't know Valda's coming here. Device might actually have had an angle with the AWP against him. He's going to pick up that kill anyway, but I think Valda could still crack this wide open. He's just walking out now. Sip sees him. Valda gets 1 kill, but still a 1-on-2. And Sip down here, can he do enough? The grenade is going to be close range. Nico survives it the first time around. Now a flashbang to set it up and trying to see if they can hold it down. Oh, they get the defuse again right in front of Astralis. Sip getting the double, but it wasn't in time. That's an expensive round for North, but still, got to be a bit frustrating for Astralis right now.
It does have to be. They've gotten close a number of times, but they still have to have some promise. It's still very early on in the half, and they have to realize, I mean, Glaive's going to be knowing. He's going to be doing the math in his head. Last round was 2 players alive. This one was 0. They cannot have a lot of money. 2 plants as well. That extra $800 is going to be helping out a lot. You can see it's grinding away at this defense. There's no kits on the board this time. Now they switch it up. Now over towards the B bomb site. 1 player attacking pretty heavily, pretty quick. It's Magisk testing the waters, not giving away the game, and he's so far up. Valda wasn't expecting it. That is nice. Magisk gets aggressive, gets inside of the smoke, and they find a timing as well when he doesn't feel any pressure.
And there were a lot of details in that push.
Yes. Like, we couldn't even break it. You'd have to watch that a number of times to find all of them, but that is a great play, and I like this save call as well from North.
I'll pick up one of them as well, just while we have the time here, because you're right, they are saving. Device he wasn't actually trying to hold mid, he was just sort of peeking it early on with the orb. He falls back to just outside of the hallways, and he throws a smoke that lands in B. So even though he's not actually part of the push towards B, he can still just... I think that smoke probably lands right around where Glaive is. So just blocking
still
off.
Contributes,
yeah, just contributes with it. It's really cool.
It's nice the way that they mind-gamed Valda, and you also have to realize as well, the reason why Valda's alone in this round is because there's been so much emphasis on the A bomb site, because there's been 2 standard executes and then 1 kind of, you know, exploit rotations, take a timing fight, take an individual duel. And now again, all on Magisk. Put him forward and have him go create the opportunity. Just straight up wins the round with 1 kill. So swift. No chance for a response from North.
This series is really delivering. This is some high-level Counter-Strike, and again, given just how little we knew about North's performance right now and how good they may or may not be, I'm really pleasantly surprised by the fact that we've got such a good game on our hands here. MSL sneaking in, that smoke obscuring his vision just enough that he can't get the shot through. A good grenade, though. That's going to be annoying.
It's only MSL here. They have 2 players on balcony. Right outside Palace over towards the A bomb site.
Wait, Glaive, how did he get this far in? Undetected. That's a shocking lapse in the defense. If MSL is going to be here alone, that may be one thing, but somebody has to cover mid and catwalk. Like, just anyone.
That is wild. And
what just happened?
I don't know. I want the replay of just everything Glaive did. I mean, just the balls to just make that play as well. You get up, you just walk the whole way in a 5-on-5 right up into that B bomb site. Craziness, and MSL going to be frustrated a little bit, but now they can go on the hunt. Astralis, if they need to take some of these weapons away, they can't keep allowing North to have, you know, decent buy after decent buy. These SMGs can do some work. Glaive and Dupree, they're going to get caught in the crossfire. They might both go down. Glaive out in the open. He's trying to win 1 more, and he does. These weapons are far more valuable for North than they are for Astralis, but I think that should be the end of it, except for Zipnix.
Yeah, this is going to be a smoke over, a flashbang over from the middle for Sip to take the peak, but can't really find Nico in time, and in fact he's going to be going down, so decent job at least at the end for North to hold on to some of the rifles. You said very, very important for them in this round where they have absolutely nothing to buy with. That was... It's not often we see that kind of a collapse in the defense.
You know, these last 3 rounds from Astralis have been far more loose than what we saw originally. I mean, there's still some structure. There's still obviously a plan and tactics to get them into the right position, but a lot of individual plays coming out, calculated individual efforts. Good tag on Nico. They knew he was there. Someone must have called it out, spotted it, hold right, the follow-up right through the wall as well. Nice from Device.
He probably thought he had made it out. It's like, I'm out.
I've done it.
I've made it. Oh no. It's a great headshot. Nice boost coming out. Executing Device in the middle. Still a 3-on-4 is a little bit of a shutdown there. Kjaerbye taking out Dupree. Makes it a 3-on-3. So sloppy for Astralis this round. They had everything going for them. They had all rifles. Now, it's a chance for North to make it back.
You love this, though. I mean, this is North saying that they can play a scrappy style as well. But look at this position from Zipnix. He's got so far in. He's just kind of the anchor. He's just going to hold this, call all of his teammates back. And oh, what a great kill from Kjaerbye. It forces Glaive away. He's got to go to the other side of the map now where Magisk is doing the very same thing. But there's a lot of ground to cover for Glaive. He's got to be aware of the possibility. And Kjaerbye is so ready for this. Here's the footsteps. And he's perched up. And that's going to be an easy one. North take one right back. With just constant aggression, constant peeking in mid. Astralis have control. First the boost from AZ. Kjaerbye following up where his teammate had fallen earlier and making sure to get 1 more kill. Good stuff from North fighting back.
Think about the fact that Zipnix actually changed his crosshair to... Oh, okay. That's a wild kill. It's a quad kill for Kjaerbye in that round, by the way. Zip actually changed his crosshair to reflect the fact that someone was going to peek up the stairs. Kjaerbye had no armor in that round.
Yeah.
So when he peeks that AK-47 with the M4, he should probably be dead almost all of the time. It's almost impossible to do. But he just, I think he dinks him in like the first or second bullet.
Yeah.
And manages to get it done. That was a great round from Kjaerbye.
Really was. He was instrumental. Even that kill on towards Catwalk we saw from Connector. Dupree didn't expect him to be there. Molotov going to keep MSL out in the open. There's the smoke to extinguish it.
Did he jump into the smoke out of the window? Did the smoke stop him from making the jump?
I think he meant to go down. He's done it a number of times.
All right. It felt like he had some sort of collision with the smoke then. He's going to be really quick in. Just as the smoke is gone, can't be able to pick it up. Makis, he's down to Valda. And not looking good for the beginning of this round for Astralis. A little bit of a return at least, but still not having the same smooth entry that they did a couple of rounds ago. Got some decisions to make now. They're very low on the grenades.
Yeah, 2 smokes and a flashbang. One is used just now for a window room, so trying to keep some attention over towards mid, trying to deny some intel for North. But North still has a decent amount of emphasis here. One player on catwalk, obviously. He's shoulder peeking for the info. Valdez got it. Now he's going to fall back. One more player in that ladder room as well. We're going to have quick backup, but Astralis is going to try and split this. 3 players, one coming up catwalk, and that is the second prong. That should give away exactly what's coming as well. Valda's going to be ready. The Molotov certainly tells the whole story, and he's in a perfect position.
Yeah, great read from him, just realizing as soon as he saw that man in middle that it was better for him to go back and defend that B-bomb site. So heads up play, but tied the scoreline at 5-5, and now it's Astralis' turn to be out of money. Gonna have to upgrade some pistols maybe, but not much more than that. It's another really tight start to this game.
Would you love to see it?
Yeah, it's
No
good news.
one fading away in this map 3. Timing nade towards top mid, and it's pretty decent. Clave's brought down. They don't have armor, so that's the biggest thing. Or maybe a pop flash right through the smoke. There it is, trying to come up. Maybe trying to exploit the fact that MSL was here earlier. Instead, they're going to be met with a pair of rifles.
They are getting shut down. Clave hoping to make the run.
Oh, that timing to switch the position.
Oh, Valda.
Oh, you hate to see it. That's painful. I mean, they're going to buy in the next round anyway, so it's not the biggest thing in the world, but...
Yeah, I mean, the $800 bonus actually does help him out a little bit.
Yeah, you're right, actually. It probably allows... yeah, Device can get that AWP now, if he wants it. It'll have no armor. I think that's the decision he's making at the moment. So, yeah, actually a pretty big plan. I take it all back.
Just made it to the end zone, didn't he? You could tell that he wanted it. He was running for it.
Yeah. Stiff arming. Is that end zone the only American football reference you got?
Absolutely the only one. But thanks, Moses, for just exposing my complete lack of knowledge of American sports. Crazy getting shot right in the toes as well. Pinky is gone. No amount of surgery will bring it back. Oh, he's going to get revenge anyway. Way worse for Sip.
Yeah, Zipnik's actually misplayed that. We mentioned you don't often see him make a mistake. Big blunder there. Uses the entire magazine. Runs out of bullets. And AZ can hear that. Calls for the counter flash. Able to get a free kill out of it. So he lost his toes, but he pays him back.
Don't really need your pinky, I think.
I think that's one of the things where you say that until you lose it.
I'd be fine.
Okay.
I think evolutionarily, Moses, we're de-evolving our pinky. Oh my god. Simultaneous kills. Device and Clay both going down. They had them an advantage. This is a 4-on-3. And now suddenly, Dupree and Mexico left. They probably thought they had this round. It was looking very, very good for them. And it just all went away. That is... Those are the kind of situations I feel like Astralis are just world-class at converting into wins almost every time. Not this time. 7-5. North taking the lead and again leaving Astralis out of economy.
I think a lot of that comes down to that win at A ramp by AZ early on against Zipnix, because Astralis didn't really have a whole lot of presence there to be able to kind of keep players held, or like force anyone to rotate. I think it's a little bit more nerve-wracking when you have, AZ was able to clear A ramp, and then it's kind of like we can keep 2 players at the B-bomb site. Back to the basics, back to what Astralis opened this half with. Execute onto the A bomb site. They only have pistols this time. 4 players with armor. There we go. Nice dink on AZ, going to make him passive. Nade could still do some good damage, and it does. Device into pre down. Now the rifle's getting to work. The timing through the smoke as well. AZ hiding inside the smoke. The rest of his teammates are doing all the work, though. This is fine for North, even with the plant going down.
I guess good news for Astralis picking up the bomb plant. They kind of need it. They've got the full round loss bonus and the $800 on top, so they're going to have whatever they want in this round.
AZ's got $14,400 before refilling his nades, so hasn't really been an issue. Mentioned it earlier when Astralis, I think it was 3-3 when I kind of said they know that the economy is low, so they're not too worried at the moment. Well, yeah. What I'm trying to say is North is fine in terms of the money for the rest of the game.
Yeah, they've got plenty of it. Astralis See if they can get a bit more on the board here. 5 is workable, but not really in the comfort zone. And Nico, a lot of people on the other side. One good flashbang could do a lot of damage. He's going to go for that peak, but Device wins the fight with the AWP. That was pretty much a one chance to do that. A bit of a fight in the middle. AZ looking for the headshot. It's going to be MSL instead to take down Glaive, so not bad at all. Now again, 4 on 4. See what they can do, Astralis, to bring it back into the game. Kirby, this is high risk, high reward right now. He's walking right in between, inside the smoke, getting the kill, and then checking in the ladder room and not finding anyone. There is still a player behind him. Dupree's managed to sneak through, but Valde gonna get the 1 kill. And now finally Kirby's gonna realize it doesn't even matter. Valde, so good, heading the headshots, and another round win here, surely, for the North team. 1 on 4 turned into 1 on 3. It is Sip, and we do praise him a lot for these clutches, but this is a bit too much to ask, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure we're able to make this work. Nice movement, although it was spotted at the end. Spotted him out. That's a great headshot. 1 more to follow up. Can he do it? Bomb going down. Spotted 1 on Catwalk, and no one wants to challenge for the fake, and the nade is going to do it. That's the best way to win a clutch against Zimix, is make sure you don't actually have to see him. You just throw a nade over a box. And
I feel like MSL kind of robbed us from what could have been a good finish to that.
yeah.
Just stole it away.
I feel like Kirby just kind of robbed Astralis. I have to imagine Device is so frustrated that he just walked through that smoke.
Yeah. He bumped into, like, both of them.
Yeah.
And then found a way through and got the kill. It's very interesting.
Actually, I was surprised a little bit that Dupree didn't go back and clear it out. I think he was, the priority for him was to help his teammates in those B halls get into the B bomb site.
Fair play. If he does that and kills Valde, it's probably fine, right? At least they get in.
Oh god, look at that. Glaive already down to 12. Magic's hurt as well. Tried to be way more fast-paced towards the B bomb site. Good frag from Dupree. That's underpass. Valde being aggressive and Nico under a lot of pressure. But Kirby still having a pretty dynamic decision-making and play style. Nico readjusts his position.
That fight against Device is huge. Nico getting 1 kill before he goes down, and MSL there with the AWP to shake down Sip. The bomb is on the ground, so they know what's coming. He's got a good lineup here, MSL. He's still going to go down, and Glaive and Dupree follow it up. A nice shot there on Kirby. It's all on AZ. 1 on 2. He's going to pick up the 1 kill, and he knows where Dupree is as well. He just got that kill a second ago. A bomb is in the middle. They have to take this fight, and AZ backing up just a bit. Wants the cover of the wall. And Dupree crouched. He's got the aim train on this. He's just waiting for it. AZ coming back in. It's a headshot, and AZ going to win it 10-5 in favor of North. Great play. We've got Stunner at halftime ready.
Ready indeed. In fact, the struggle bus has come to the stop, and it doesn't look like Astralis want to hop off just yet. You can see North behind me, poised with all the energy and confidence in the world to take this one, and perhaps even this best of 3 as we do move forward into this matchup. On the other stream, we do have Fnatic and Heroic going head-to-head right now, and when I walked away, Heroic was still in the driver's seat of that bad boy as well. Either way, Jason Anders, I've got to ask you, where do you fall on the B stream?
I'm actually, I had Fnatic pegged as like a dark horse for the major. It's kind of hard to tell the first event coming out of a break, but nothing. They didn't really, it didn't feel good with that prediction yesterday.
Yeah, they were looking a little bit weird.
Oh, they got deleted out of that server. They just got brushed aside.
To some extent, it's almost preferable to some extent for me, because all I can imagine is that they're going to come back stronger. But now, say Heroic is a little bit ahead. I don't know. I quite like where Heroic are at right now. So, I don't know. I still would kind of expect maybe Fnatic would win that game. But I
mean, with the level that Crims has been at, JW's been playing really good since its swap over as well. So, yeah, that would be unfortunate. I was dude, yesterday, that match, NRG Navi, was like a heartbreaker to have those two teams, like one of them going out, and obviously NRG a little bit disappointing.
Yeah, I didn't want that either, but
it's the way the cookie crumbles.
Exactly.
It's just gotta hurt to get knocked out of DreamHack Masters. Remember, they didn't qualify for the major either, NRG. So despite all the success they've had this year, that's a couple big events that they've let slip away. Either way, here we go. Astralis on the defense would love to have this pistol. You cannot let North, like Inferno, get the driver's seat too early. Here's Device. They try and boost up. He knows there's 2 in mid. Doesn't want to take that battle. He's got teammates around to help him, but all the meanwhile, North is taking the bomb site.
Yes, they are. Trying to take that fight. Nobody there to stop it. There'll be a bomb plant. And with 2 in middle, there's 2 fights they need to win right now, Astralis. One of them is right here, and Kirby and MSL doing a great job. That's beautiful. Shutting down Astralis, and nobody even goes down. They manhandle them.
Every player on North with 1 kill as well. Nice work.
That's I mean, obviously, we have to retake that A-bomb side. That can be tricky enough, but now you've got to fight like a secondary fight in the middle first. And then you have to come out of that fight with a pretty big win. Can't like lose 2 or 3 people there.
When Device spotted that boost, I honestly expected Astralis to collapse a little bit quicker than they actually did. I expected it to be an immediate response, but I mean, North just shuts them down. They have that player on Catwalk who's waiting for Xyp9x to rotate through Catwalk and able to pick him off at an awkward angle. Here we go, 11-5, and much like Inferno, if North is able to win this round, it's like they're what Trace called it? He called it a struggle bus. I mean, North would be, you know, the bus driver, the struggle bus driver.
I'm not sure if I feel like that metaphor is just too advanced for me. I just can't keep up. But I accept it anyway. They are doing a remarkable job. The Deagle doing a fair bit of damage to Nico. He's trying to make that jumping Mach 10 work. It is a bit of a tradition at this point. AZ will have gone down in the meantime to Sip, so got a little bit of a lead here, Astralis, even though they don't have that much. Dupree finishing off Nico finally with the Deagle. Ready for more as they come around the corner, and he can't connect with the headshot. More damage being dished out. They're very low on health right now, North. They need to turn this into a win, and they are doing just that. 2-on-2. Now the bomb dropped for a little while here. See if they can actually close it out. Glaive is in with a really good flank. Yeah,
as long as this stays slowed down, Glaive is going to be so happy. He's coming in. He's got to play this well, though, because someone could be watching for this, and he's found a rifle. This is beautiful. Glaive peeks out. Valda's not ready. That might be the turnaround, but KRB steps up. Great headshot. He's got to find Magus in towards Market.
Yes, he does. Meg is trying to get out. Oh, he just makes it out of the window. If he had got caught, that would have been a disaster. And now they're both low on health. C-Set versus Galil, and the C-Set's going to come out on top. Of course it does. And you can see KRB visibly frustrated. 11-6, and Astralis, a huge round. Another one converted after the pistol. I don't know what's up with this series, but that might have been the big opening that they needed, Astralis.
I think it might have been. That slow pace that North brought out. Once, I mean, they had to battle so hard to even get into that B bomb site. Once the bomb drops, Glaive gets so much time to come around the back, and I think North just very, very worried. Investment into this round, though. They have upgraded pistols. They have utility and armor. Gonna go right at the 8 bomb site. Molotov to slow things down, and the rest of the hit is already coming in, so that Palace player is just useless for a hot minute, and Glaive's got the opening kill. Headshot onto Nico, falls away. Astralis in control, even though they've lost the bomb site.
I think they're going to be fine with that. Just getting the retake, and they know that North aren't going to have that much utility, so usually you can overpower them and come back into it. Valda's sort of sneaking into middle. The rest of his team still needs to hold, otherwise that position is probably not going to make that big of a difference. You see, he does have a Deagle, so if the defuse is really late, it might work out. AZ going to get the headshot on one, but he gets shut down. A little bit of noise there, and now Valda smoked off, and yeah, he just couldn't get into position in time. But he wasn't that far away from it.
He needed just like maybe one more kill from his teammates to kind of try and pick up the pace. The trouble is if you start running too early, obviously, you're going to get hurt out, and Astralis will be aware of it. So trying to hope his teammates could do something. Doesn't happen, but the plant's nice. A couple of kills to boot. 7-11. You've got a fun 7-11 story.
Yeah, I worked in one for 2 hours, Moses. That's how long I could stay.
I'm done.
I just couldn't take it. Glaive is going to be taking down Kiev again. This UMP doing pretty good work. The grenade, and they're going to more or less walk into it. So that's not too bad. They don't have armor in this round, so, well, except for Valda saving it on the last one. And they're actually getting some good kills in now.
Astralis not nearly as patient as they were in the previous round when this happened, and Dupree, unfortunately, couldn't stop the plant in time. This is a great round from North. There's actually still a chance to win it. AZ with this Deagle finds maybe one fortunate headshot. Nades are missing. Dupree still has a Molotov, and certainly that's going to force him out into the open. It's just Valdo. He's got it. He's got the fancy one, but he couldn't convert. That would have been great.
We need that, don't we? Highlights. Trying his best to make this Deagle connect, but the defuse will be in. It will be another round.
It is the way. Ever since that animation came into the game, like the whole week after the update was just like the most basic 1Digs in the world on the front page of Reddit.
Yep.
Except they had the animation in front of them, and it was like, really?
So you gotta let the kids play modes. You just can't really mess with that, can you?
I
So,
guess.
AK's back in the hands of North. The gap has closed to 8-11. It is still not all that bad really for North, but they need something here. Quick exchange Nico for the Vice, and now Dupree trying to make his way out. He's finally going to be able to make it back around. They're all in the middle. All 4 Astralis players are right here.
I think North just mind game Device. He threw that Molotov to extinguish the smoke, but North didn't throw it. They just swung 3 players out wide. Glaive's about to walk into a bad day. That's awkward. He made a footstep. He made a footstep, and it's ruined. That was perfect for KRB, but the timing, unfortunately, not with him. And Glaive gets away with one.
That, I'm guessing KRB's playing 4x3, because we could see.
I didn't see him.
We could see, or I could see Glaive walking just to the corner.
Okay. I mean, he might have just been focused on something else. He was turning his head, right? He's probably being ready to look towards ticket booth or something.
Yeah. I mean, super unlikely, right? But then the unfortunate fact that he made a bit of noise just dropping down. What a situation. That's hugely pivotal. That can make all the difference in a round like this. Win in the middle for Magus against MSL, and there's no chance for them to break a breakthrough here. AZ has had a phenomenal game, but this isn't going to be quite enough.
Not just a difference in the round enders, that could be a different in this third map. It's 9-11. Astralis is still down, but they've got great money behind them. 3 players surviving that round. They get to build it up even further. And North is going to have another of those rounds where they sit back, maybe a half buy, maybe they do some kind of a force with 1 or 2 AKs. But they've certainly got some decisions to make. Actually, they can get 3 AKs if they choose to.
Tell you what, Moses.
Yeah.
If that truck full of cigarettes hadn't been crashed when I was working in that 7-Eleven for 2 hours, because that's why I quit. I had like 4 or 5 customers coming in a row yell at me that we didn't have any cigarettes, and I had to try and explain to them that I wasn't really responsible for the truck crashing. I couldn't get any cigarettes. It wasn't my fault. And then eventually I just realized that humanity's not going to make it. If I can't explain to grown-up people that I can't spawn any cigarettes in the shop, this is not going to happen, and I just realized we're not going to make it. So.
I feel like you could do a pretty decent study of humanity by spending a few hours in a convenience store.
Yeah.
I think Kevin Smith did one of those, actually.
Well, it's a good place for it, isn't it?
Yep. Here we go. 1 AK on Valda. Nice shot from Device. Gets the leg. Glaive in there to protect as well. Opening kill. Holding on to middle. And they're going to come right through at him. And he would have loved that fight, but 2 players go down.
That's a really good shot there for Dupree. That actually makes a big difference, because otherwise they were going to be on the bomb side with 4 people alive and just Device here with the AWP to try and stop the bomb plant. Now, a little bit different. Still might be able to do it. He gets that shot for free, and he almost follows it up. That's dangerous. And still able to edge that one out. Valda 1 versus 3, and Astralis are just coming back into this game in a big way. That's a good fake, and I don't know if Device necessarily needed to do that.
I think that might be a little bit of built-up frustration on his part, taking that peek. Now Valda, they've doubled up actually in connector. Valda
does he go to B?
I mean, obviously he can't know this, right? But if he does go to B, we can tell that it would be an incredible, incredible play. It would be very bold.
He's doing it. He's actually walking to the B bomb side. It's a 1-on-3. He fakes out Device, gets the kill.
He could also go through the murder hole and try and get aggressive and try and find 1 more frag. Because I think, yeah, you can tell Zipnik's that internal clock that, all computers are installed with is telling him.
He's got the latest firmware update right on time. He's going to be turning the corner, and Valda's going to plant safe zone. Still, even now, even if this doesn't work, this is an incredible play for Valda. He's going to walk back and takes the fight against Zip, but he comes out on top. He's very low on health, but this is incredible. Not every day that you get to outplay the best team in the world in a 1 versus 3, now in a 1-on-1. And Dupree, he knows he's in trouble. He doesn't have a kit. He doesn't have any smoke to try and force this out. He's going to have to try and sit on the bomb and wait for 10 seconds for Valda to come and peek him. And he's already out of time. He's got to do this really, really quickly now. And Valda, ready and waiting for it. Going to be walking a little bit further out. The pre-fire is in, but that's the round. Valda 1 versus 3 against Astralis. That is absolute world class, ladies and gentlemen. Very well done.
A bold decision to walk all the way towards that B bomb site, but what a delivery and a clutch moment for Valda. And you have to point back, this is why even that mistake from Device, just that peek, you just don't do it. You never know what opportunity it's going to open up for your opponent. And he'll certainly be frustrated. You don't see Astralis lose 3-on-1s too often. Nicely done, 12-9. Still a ways to go for North to close this one out. Astralis need this win. They are now low on funds. Dupree, Glaive, and Device all below 1,000. And it would be dire straits if they drop this.
We talked about some of the pivotal rounds that have kept Astralis or sort of let them back in the game. There's been 2 of them, right? The conversion in the second round,
yes.
and a little bit later on as well. This one from North, though, that surely is going to be a big swing back in their direction, and if they can just crush the economy here of Astralis, they might actually take the series.
This round is massive. Glave's already brought down pretty low. Kirby's been chipped a little bit to 63, but not too bad. And Dupree just waiting and biding his time inside of window. Another smoke is going to keep him alive for now, but he's essentially surrounded inside there. Kirby underpass is going to run off. Actually, they all back away from mid. Dupree hears lots of footsteps, and I don't think he can realize they're all completely evacuated. Back towards the A-bomb site we go, and there's a missed call going on. Astralis is getting pulled away. They're getting sucked out of that A-bomb site. It's a retake already. Maj is playing towards ticket booth, but 3 players at B is the wrong call to make. And how long does it take for Astralis to figure it out?
Yeah, a couple of more seconds, and it's going to be too long. There's one little tiny chance that Magus is going to come up with a kill and survive. If he can do that, the retake can happen, but this is actually incredible. Astralis losing that 1-on-3 now. They might have made the wrong call here. Device missing a shot. There's not even going to be a smoke, and North actually don't have one. Kirby the kill there on Sip, and the bomb is planted. A bit more damage chipped in towards Magus. This is huge. North win this round. Astralis, they have to back up. They need the rifles. They know that if they lose the retake, they're probably going to lose the game.
That's a nice little detail as well. North, knowing they don't have the utility to drop smokes in towards the connector. Once they get the bomb down, it's actually being planted like pretty much inside the bomb site, but you know, once the teammates from Astralis call out that the bomb is being planted, Xyp9x has to take that peek off catwalk. He has to just say, all right, maybe I can delay. Maybe I can get that kill that would wreak havoc upon them on the planter. And that just lures him right into Kirby's waiting crosshairs. Nicely done from North, a really good adjustment. And I'm not sure what Astralis saw that saw them so committed to that B bomb site. So sure.
I mean, you said it. They ran back up to middle. Could that have those footsteps have maybe made them think that they were actually running back in underpass?
Yeah, like, maybe. I mean, Kirby did run through underpass, I think, but yeah, maybe still you hear one pair of footsteps in underpass. You don't call the complete evacuation to the B bomb site. Some of that.
That was the kind of call that we were kind of criticizing
North for on Inferno. Yeah. Well, some of that poise that Astralis, we always see them with, that classic unbreakable visage in pressure situations. It's slipped here just a little bit.
And now Sip might be defending against a 5-man rush with a FAMAS. I don't really envy him. This grenade could make a difference. It's actually an incredible grenade, but they're going to be raining down right on top of him, and it's hard to stop. Indeed, he's going to go down. MSL standing on his face and just hitting him with that AK-47. Now they're on the bomb side. This retake is going to be almost impossible. And again, Astralis have to save. They need these rifles. It's going to be a 14th round here for North. They are so close to doing it.
This is a really good display from North. This is them just essentially... You know, one of the criticisms you could have in the past is that when they have these winning moments, they kind of let it drift away. They don't have that killer instinct. This series, and these 2 maps they've won on Inferno, and now what's looking to be forming here on Mirage, that killer instinct is here. And Astralis can't handle it. It's going to be 9-14, and these saves are desperate at this point. Yeah, North, go on the hunt. You've got money, and you know if you take these guns away, that might just be exactly what you need. Dupree has to hold on to this ace, turn the corner. Dupree's going to get that. Nice hold from Dupree at the end, but 5 rounds back now, and Astralis facing their first series loss to this rival upstart Danish team.
Right now, they're on life support, Astralis, and you take away these guns, that's it. That's pulling the plug, Moses, and they're going to be out of it. It's a little bit. I mean, it's good that they've managed to save them for 2 rounds, right? But it's right on the edge.
It's almost kind of. Oh, that smoke didn't work out. That Molotov exploded. Glaive doesn't even want to commit to that peak. Doesn't want to go man down. Look at the fast pace. There's a pop flash through. Dupree doesn't make it in. It's a good kill from Glaive. He slowed him down. Catwalk can come into play now. A lot of pressure. They're committed to this fight inside of Connector. Oh, they're pinched right back into Palace. For all their waiting arms, Glaive is going to get traded as well. But it's still an advantage for Astralis, and MSL continues to force the issue. That pressure almost broke Astralis, but they hold on.
I was going to say, that fight through the middle, that was so awkward. I thought for sure they were going to get shut down, Astralis. That didn't look like they had the better of it, but it's another 1 versus 3, and surely they only make one of those mistakes per series, right? They're surely not going to get another chance here. We're looking for the instantaneous headshot. Another chance, headshot on Dupree. Oh no, Sip is far away. That Molotov is going to burn in the corner. Luckily, the device had a smoke, so he could extinguish it. Now AZ, long-range fight. They're tapping away against Sip. They've got to be worried. And there's the AWP shot to cancel it out. I was getting very scared. So 14-10. And North, they must know. They are right on the edge of making this happen. Astralis have money to buy, but again, they only survive with 2 people in that round. And North have got a decent bank.
I'm wondering if North is going to keep the pace up, if they keep that like high-pressure, fast-paced counter-strike, get right into the fight, because Astralis is showing a little bit of struggle handling it at times. There's the gap that Device wanted. Didn't get it last round, but he sees absolutely nothing in mid. Here we are, 1 player in Palace.
I say go for it if you're North. Get that ground and pound in, Moses.
Yeah? You know that's a football term as well.
Oh, is it really? I know 2 of them then. I know it is an MMA term, so...
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Right. Well, Zipnik's behind the smoke. No one comes through it.
Oh, Kiebu. If he Molotovs the sandwich from the position that he's in right now, Glaive is just going to be so sad. That'd be interesting. See, he's right down here. Kiebu not doing it. He's just going to try and sneak out. No warning! Looks for it, but somehow Magus is going to win that fight. I can't explain how.
I do love that decision, though. Take that fight. I like the risk out of Kirby. MSL, again, these cleared corners. Glaive just waiting. He's got the bomb down, and there's not enough North players to recover immediately, so plenty of time for Astralis to rotate and get in a better position. AZ needs to find this, and he does. Low HP. It's him and Valda against the world, but Valda's coming from jungle, so that might throw a little bit of a spanner in the works.
Yeah, they got freedom from middle at least for a little while. Sip isn't quite there yet. See if they can make this one work. AZ has been on point with his AK-47. Flashbang not going to do too much, but now that Valda's gone, again, seems almost impossible, especially if you look at his health right now. You can really see that he's tuned into the game. He's so ready to take any kind of fight. A little bit of damage through the wall. And Device trying to exchange it. They're having a really weird fight here. And eventually Sip will end it. 11-14. This is shaping up to being an excellent series early on in the group stage here.
This is so cool from Astralis as well. I mean, you think about where their money's been in these past few rounds, having to save twice and just give up 2 rounds to allow North to get to 14. Still not even really stabilizing it in any kind of confident manner. Couple players left with nothing after this buy. A little bit of a reprieve with just pistols, but heavy towards this B bomb site. Now, one mistake in this round can be over and North can be on 15. However, you also got to say, when your B defender is Zipnik, you shouldn't be too worried.
And that grenade was dead on perfect, wasn't it? He just landed it right in front, and he gets back to a bit more safety. And now they've got Dupree there as well. Yeah, I was exactly on that train of thought as well. One mistake in this kind of a push, and you're in trouble. But I think they've got it cleared up now. Should be able to hold it down. Dupree holding his own with the M4. Actually doing a really good job. It's a quick triple.
Golf claps for Dupree. There goes AZ.
12-14, and the timeout being called from North side. It's just probably a good time to talk this over and make sure that you find just the last 2 rounds.
We had this discussion outside right before this third map started. Like all these teams who have had dominant eras, you know, we talk about Astralis right now and how well they've played this year, but you know the classic Fnatic from like 2015, the NIP early on, when you SK last year and everything like that. When you get up on these teams and you have these leads, you know, at your 14-9s. You always know, no matter what, there's going to be like one more round that team would win. That's going to be like your last hurdle as you come to the end. It's like if you're going to make this upset happen, no matter how far up you are, there's going to be one last test.
I mean, this was especially a problem for the Danish teams back in the day when they were playing against the French with the Tech 9s.
Yeah.
You knew there was going to be a Tech 9 round, and it didn't matter how far ahead you were.
It was a classic for the Danish teams to never be able to get over that hurdle.
Yeah, that was the instant crumble. Like, even an 8-round lead, Tech 9s win it, and then that's the game.
This is a gutsy call, but I think Zipnik spotted it out. Yeah, they tried to do. Magus did that exact play to perfection in the first half, and Dupree and Zipnik do a very good job. Bomb is down, rotation is going to be in, and North is not in a safe position. Down 1 man, and they don't have control of the snipe or the bomb.
I was going to say, if they could get a really quick bomb plant, that would make a big difference here, but they're already wasting a lot of time. That Molotov is going to be deep in. They have to delay the bomb plant even further, and AZ goes down to Device, who is going to get caught lingering just a bit. Valda with a good one. Nico and Valda. This is not done yet. 2-on-3. taking a little bit of damage, but Valda's going to go look for the kills. And oh my god, he gets the headshot on Magisk. He was halfway looking the wrong way. How does he do that? Now, can they actually get the bomb plant finally? They've been on this bomb site for a long time now. dupreeh in with a sneak from behind, and Nico, every once in a while, he's checking it. Valda, not finding anyone yet. Glaive is quite far away, so this is big risk. This is a little bit risky for Astralis right now. They need this fight to go their way right away. Otherwise, 2-on-1, I don't think they're going to be able to retake it whatsoever. Nico hiding in the back, having the perfect angle right here. Valda from the other side. There's the stand-up headshot immediately as dupreeh goes down. Glaive in a 1 versus 2, and he's going to get shot down. Excellent, excellent win from North. 15-12, and they're on series point here. And Astralis have got to be a bit shook.
Absolutely. Not a bad defense altogether. Kirby does catch him off guard. Yeah, that one's a bit crazy. I mean, we have talked, he is very good. I think the big part about that play is not only that kill, but once he gets that frag, the reason why Glaive was so far away is because Valda can then turn the corner and have complete control of market, and Glaive has to be honest with the fact that they could push towards him. They could do a great many things. They could have tried to bring the bomb, so he has to kind of go passive and just play it far, far back, and that gives North plenty of room to set up for the post plant. And this does feel like a battering ram out of North. They've been very aggressive, very fast-paced in this down the stretch. Great flick and leg shot on Valda. Gonna have to put him out of the action just a little bit.
Rushing claw, that delivers the bomb right to the feet of Magisk. It's almost like a gift, wasn't it?
It really was. It just drops right at his feet as well. This is going to be so tough. North almost have to ignore the fact that they need to get the bomb eventually. They need to attack elsewhere away from the bomb. That's going to be the primary point of attention for Astralis. And the fact that there's over a minute means they can do that. Go eliminate someone on the extremity. Don't focus on the bomb for the moment, or else you're going to get caught in a narrow choke point against all the weaponry that Astralis has to bear.
This is the time for North. I really think if they let a couple of more rounds go by, we get into that overtime territory. They start running out of money. Who knows what happens with that, if we're going to go that far. They're really buying, they're hoping for a mistake. They want Astralis to come and peek somewhere, but dupreeh with the AWP on the other side. They've also got Device, a double AWP set up, and now it's a 3-on-5. Device again taking out Valda, finishing what he started from earlier in the round. Kirby will get the 1 kill, but it might be too late. 20 seconds now, and with the bomb in middle, just don't see it happening. He could make a run for B if no one's going to catch him. Sip, is he going to see him in time? Made it? No, almost made it. It was close. 15-13. This is too close for comfort, isn't it?
If you're North, you have to save everything.
Yeah.
Save everything this round. Don't even buy P250s. I think Kirby might have invested in one, but he's got them, some of the most money, so no huge deal. But you need everything. That's a pretty rough reset to have. Not sitting with a lot of money on that T side. Maybe use this as one of the old school timeouts. Just chill for a little bit, have a chat. I think they might have 1 timeout left. You can take in the next round to figure out that winning play, but falling short again at that last hurdle as we discussed. 1 more chance to avoid overtime and complete the
no
upset.
Bomb plant. This is really, really good stuff. Shutting it down, no chance whatsoever. The grenade right on top, 14-15. We're going to go into round number 30. That was the timeout that you talked about, so you were right, Moses.
They had 2 left.
I'll tell you my favorite strategy on this map. It's not easy to take. I'm not trying to claim this is easy.
Okay.
But you get that smoke in towards connector, you get the smoke in window, and then you have 3 people rushing catwalk. And there's 1 guy flashing when they come around the corner. Yeah. And then you just try and make that work. You just try and get 3 people in, because a lot of the time, if there's 2 on B, right, one of them is probably going to be in that area. So if you can get the right flashbang around the corner, you might just run 1 guy down. That leaves 1 on B. And if you have the 5th player in that strategy, you just be in the B hallway, keeping 1 guy occupied. I really like those catwalk rushes. I think they're super fun. Obviously, the danger is if somebody shoots through the smoke in connector at your catwalk push, then it might all fall apart.
Well, here's the switch up for Astralis. Double op setup. dupreeh's picked his up. Oh, this is going to be fast-paced towards Palace. 3 players coming out here, and that's the main attack. And actually, there's not a whole lot of attention there. They're looking towards ramp. Device with the 1 pick. Valda in the open. He's out of the fight, and Glaive builds onto Kirby. But it's a 3-on-3, and now Glaive stopping the bomb. He's had phenomenal 25 kills on this map. And he's put his team with an advantage in this 30th round to force OT.
Yeah, that was a huge one. Stopping the bomb from going down. AZ is the only one with any real health to have an impact here. MSL in the middle with the Galil. If the bomb had gone down, AZ could have fought to keep it alive and sort of, they had to do something right. But now, it's a bit different. And Astralis have put the pause button a little bit on here, just trying not to take too many fights. Glaive is moving around a bit, but the rest should be standing their ground. They must know the bomb is there, so eventually you'd expect that Astralis are going to be able to come out on top here. And North are just hoping for some sort of room, something to work. Everybody's standing still except for Dupree, who's getting a bit closer to the middle.
Well, this is so great from Astralis. This setup is so centralized with these 3 players. MSL, even if he gets 1 kill, there's going to be so many people. And yeah, he's not even aware. You would have liked for AZ to have made the first move, but he's got to be fearful. Maybe there's an AWP in CT spawn preventing him from going anywhere. And there's Device. They had every angle covered, Astralis.
Yeah.
Device in jungle, watching towards the A bomb site, watching Glaive's back, who's playing in connector, watching towards catwalk and mid, and all the high fives coming out for that comeback. And why not? That is a spectacular comeback from Astralis. They won 6 of the last 7 rounds to force overtime.
What a game this has turned out to be. We're going to go to overtime, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this is exciting. It's the first best of 3 of the day. We have 4 of them total.
Yeah,
so
3 more.
We have 3 more after this. It's going to be great. Double AWP being purchased immediately from Astralis here.
It's MR3 16K as well.
Yes, indeed.
It's a little bit less economic punish in this version.
There's got to be a way for North to get back in this. The aggression has worked so well, but I feel like, once you get into overtime, the mentality switches a bit, right? Like, there's enough room for Astralis to sort of say, all right, how do we stop some of that aggression? How can we cool this game down just enough that it might favor us?
Yeah, you've also had the, you have that kind of little bit of this timeout here. I mean, this is a technical timeout, but you have that just kind of pause of, the map kind of slowing down just before you go into OT.
Yes.
To kind of everyone calm down from the excitement of that comeback. I think the double up might be their attempted solution for it. If both Device and Dupree are going to get a little aggressive in different spots, and if North is going to be running up catwalk or running down mid quickly, and you have 2 ops in that area, like just peeking for that, you could lose players pretty quick if you're North. Equally for North, if you realize and if you believe that they're going to go double up and run it right into the start of OT, get into those bomb sites. In fact, that's kind of what they did. You almost feel for North in that last round. 3 players coming out Palace is pretty unusual. Most focus on the defense that quick into the round is going to be towards a ramp, and they do a great job of getting into the site. It's phenomenal from Glaive.
What's Dupree doing?
I don't know.
Just getting his legs already, making sure the circulation is there.
Blood's pumping. We used to do jumping jacks and push-ups in tournament areas.
Yeah, I think you told me your brother made you.
Yeah.
You made it sound like this was your thing, but
No.
I remember.
Listen, all my success is due to my brother. The push-ups was mostly the thing that did it.
Without him, you'd be nothing.
Yeah.
What did he used to do? Was it jiu-jitsu or some other thing?
He was a 3rd-degree black belt in Taekwondo.
My God.
Junior Olympic champion. He had the competitive thing down to a science.
Yeah, what a great older
He was
brother.
the guy who hated chess, but he read all the chess book theories. He liked all chess theories and everything. Never played it, just liked the theory behind it.
And then there's you, Moses.
Yeah, and then there's me. Watching cartoons and eating Lucky Charms. Well, here's Glaive behind the smoke and window Device peering over the top. Plenty of utility bombed in towards him, and yeah, this is that fast-paced play, but those ops didn't have the impact they might have liked, and there goes Glaive. He's been the impact player on this defense. Device looking for one more, and Zipnik's holding him off for the moment.
Good shot. Dupree on the other side, the double up really paying off here. Being shut down, and now Kiebi 1 versus 4. Bomb is all the way on the other side, so that's a great shutdown for Astralis to have right in the beginning of overtime here. 16-15.
I can't remember the last time North has done a slower, calculated tactic on their T side. It seems like Astralis is really ready for this kind of fight. Even losing the opening player, they still have everyone in position to follow it up with 4 kills from the ops. 16-15. It's now 7 of the last 8 for Astralis. A great run to perhaps take this series.
It looks like we're switching into an A execute. And those, I mean, not a lot has to go right for these kind of plays to work out.
Yeah, but this is one of the counters to a double up setup on this map, right? Especially considering the defense that Astralis is bringing out. 3 players in the B bomb site, Device in mid window, and Glaive at stairs, the only one today. So they're about to be in for a world of hurt. Retakes are especially bad for a double op setup, and this is going to have to be the mother of all retakes.
Glaive trying to buy a tiny bit of time with a flashbang, but not really able to slow them down whatsoever. They're going to be ready in CT spawn in case anyone tries to come through. And a jump on over. Oh my god. Mixing in a bit of parkour is Kjaerbye taking down Glaive. Now it's a 4-on-5. Big news here for North as Brave. Even though he's blind, Valda can't take down Magix. It's still a 4-on-4, and the bomb is down. They are out of grenades on the north side. There's a slight chance here that Astralis could win based on the last couple of grenades they have left. Maybe they could smoke off the bomb. There it is. It's actually a little bit forward. They might still be able to see this if anyone's defusing inside. And that's scary. Kjaerbye all the way in underpass. MSL takes down one. They're trying to get the spray on in. It's a 2-on-2 now, but still coming through. Kjaerbye's in that connector there right in front, defusing. And there it is! Kjaerbye last second as the defuse was just about to come through. And he saves the round, 16-16.
That is so wild, especially because Kjaerbye had 6 HP. He took the longest route possible. He went all the way back through T-spawn, through underpass to get there. This is something. This is something else. But MSL, beautiful work as well. Spraying down 2 players on the bomb first. Runs out of ammo, trying to pull it off. He's like Tom Hanks and Saving Private Ryan with that pistol at the end, just trying to tap away. Just trying to get the desperate shot, but Kjaerbye saving the day. Back to what worked. A execute. This time there's a bit of more defense here. Magis close up. He's got 2 players ready to come through. Pop flash misses its mark, and Magis, he delivers. Precision from him, and North is slowed down.
Yeah. Even the grenade, right? He smoked it off, and then the follow-up grenade. He avoided the Molotov that was in shadow. It's a perfect defense from Aegis right now. That was beautiful.
I think you had to know what was coming if you were Astralis in that round. Like we'd mentioned, they'd won 7 of 8 before that A execute and OT. That one, that's only the second round that North had won in quite some time, and they're just like, yeah, they're going to be going back to that.
We talked about Device being maybe a little bit out of this series. He snuck back up to 26 kills, just one behind Glaive was at 27. So he's made it back quietly.
Yes, slow and steady.
17-16. That means 2 more rounds is what they need on the Astralis side, and 3 in a row, or maybe 2 for North if they just want the
OT,
the double OT.
Yeah,
we like that.
Yeah,
yeah. Just
I'm ready for it. This is a great end to the series. This has been a phenomenal, especially considering it's still the group stage. This is like a playoff level match, which is really cool.
We have been blessed, Moses, the gods of Counter-Strike.
Henry and Vince have been cursed. That's how it works.
They'll be fine, don't worry.
Here we go, coming out of the smoke. MSL misses a bit of a sitter. Gets away with one. Looking for the boost over the smoke, not going to get caught out. 1 player in Palace for Astralis, and actually AZ's clearing a ramp. He's pushed already to the bottom, so early on he's got a lot of information. Good nade on the Device. But as long as AZ is making this play and alive, that's a problem.
Yeah, Sib's going to catch him. The timing is just... Oh, no! He saw that, but the fence just meant I think he took an extra second because of the lineup of the fence. Oh, my God. Yeah,
he'll be frustrated on that one. That is a huge kill, and now it kind of forces the hand of Astralis as well. They weren't quite ready to have to make a decision. And they're just getting absolutely demolished, dismantled, and Dupree spots the leg, but I mean, North is going to be able to dispatch him. Even if AZ goes down here, there's no chance of Dupree getting anything. It's not even going to happen. Shoulder peeking to bait him into a bad fight, and we're all tied up, 17 all.
Oh, God, so much is decided in that one fight. Sip had the advantage. He walked back out of the palace. He saw him come walking. How do you even see that? That's not easy. I'm just impressed.
It is just like, why did you even spin there?
Yeah.
Literally a spidey sense.
That's really good. MSL, aggressive here and going to win that fight against Device. Really good job. 17-17. All tied up here in overtime. Astralis, great comeback for them to get into overtime. And now they're getting shut down here on the T side. Unable to make anything work so far. Sif is going to get killed eventually. Why not? Yeah, Yeah, grenades to follow. 18-17. North need one more round and they'll win it in overtime, which is even more impressive. Even better, isn't it?
Yeah, that is the poise that would show as well. And I mean, things that we wouldn't expect to see out of North, even after giving up the massive comeback to allow overtime to even occur. Still, like, really struggling with some of their T-sides, not being able to find the winning formula until it felt too late. And now just storming back on the defense. A couple awkward timings there. Obviously, Device getting picked off by MSL, but Glaive in towards Connector. A weird double peek that you saw from the A bomb site, and he just couldn't pick a target in time. 18-17. Coming out of this timeout, it's the second one for Astralis, and they've got a forced double overtime.
That is indeed what they're fighting for. Just need to win this round.
It's Glaive leading the way for Astralis. As you said, Device not far behind, 27 and 26 kills respectively. Over on the north side, it's much more concentrated. Nico's got 14, but everyone else is right between 23 and 22, 25 kills.
Yeah. Good, solid unit going on at the moment. MSL sneaking around in middle. He does get grenaded and got to fall back with the AWP. Glaive is there, but the rest are going to be coming out of the palace and ramp here. A little bit of a fight catching Dupree. He was airborne for a long time, and he ended up getting killed by it. Grenade takes down Sip, and now Nico there to sneak it in. This is looking great, North. They might have just done it 1-on-4 here for Device, and this is nothing short of a historic victory for North. They have been struggling for a long time. They face the best team in the world right here at the group stage, and they make it work. In overtime, 19-17. The celebrations are in order. What a game from North.
Yeah, you can see what it means to them as well. MSL obviously super hyped. Been in the shadow of this team for quite some time. Not only in the Danish team, but on the world stage as well. Careby making the decision to leave Astralis earlier this year and struggling to make that look like a good move, but this is a good first step for all of them.
Yeah, I bet there were a lot of people who were ready with all sorts of memes about Careby making the wrong decision and everything, and he just got a little bit of revenge, you know. Just got a little bit back.
Well, yeah, they still obviously have to get the results overall in the tournament, but as you said, you know, you need a win, especially when you're a team, you're kind of climbing, you're getting better, everyone's seeing improvements, but you do need something to kind of put you over the top, make you feel a little bit better. I thought that was a great series.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Just early in the morning, we get this kind of a treat.
Woke me right up.
Yeah, I'm happy about that one. It's only the first best of 3 out of 4, so we've got a lot more coming in. We also have the analyst desk with us. So, how did you guys enjoy that game? Surely that must have woken you guys up as well.
Oh my goodness! You know, guys, that's the first time that the core of North, MSL's squad, have ever beaten the core of Astralis, and there'll be some asterisks attached to that, bearing in mind Careby left North and everything else.
Yep.
But that's the first time in history, over 30 best of 3s, or rather 30 maps of Counter-Strike, that's the first time they've actually managed to beat that team.
You could see how much it meant to them as well,
yes.
You know, with the reactions
MSL,
there. He was pumped,
showing
man.
emotion.
Yeah, he was definitely pumped in that. Yeah, I saw Nico there at the end with a little, you know, fist bump as well. But I think the thing is it means more to them to get this victory than it does for Tyler, does for Astralis, sorry, because Astralis now, you know, they just beat Tyler, they're still through.
Sure. So
I'm not taking anything away from this North victory, because what they did was they forced Astralis to play a scrappy style of Counter-Strike, and that's where the clutches came into play. There were so many moments of that throughout all 3 maps in this series, and if you can make a team like Astralis feel uncomfortable, if you can make like a team like Astralis get outside of their comfort zone, they can't do their set strats, they can't get away with their well-drilled plays, and they're forced to play standard Counter-Strike like everybody else, you can see that they do bleed.
Yeah, what's so incredible as well is we talked to Maniac. You said if it gets to Mirage, they've really got a chance. Did you see it happening on Inferno though? 16-10, quite a convincing score.
Well, no, I couldn't really see it coming on Inferno. I have to be honest. I think, in my opinion, Astralis has been the team that mastered the city side the most on Inferno. Would it be the rotations, the way they can take banana or not? And I could not see North taking it, but when that happened, then I knew that Mirage was not one of these maps where, you know, Astralis would just destroy them.
No, absolutely. And we actually have a really exciting opportunity now because we do have ex-Astralis member Careby actually standing by on the microphone. Bro, what a win. You look exhausted. Is that a tough one?
It was really exhausting. It's the best team in the world we played today, so there's no easy game, and we knew that. We just went out here and it was really a team performance, and I'm just proud of the guys.
I mean, you guys just beat Astralis on Inferno and Mirage. Was there a lot of preparation specifically for Astralis coming into this game? You knew you had them?
Yeah, I think we had to be realistic. like odds-wise, it's impossible almost to beat Astralis if you just play your own game.
Yeah.
You can see that on other opponents. They are a really dominant team. So we just prepared a few things, but actually those counter things didn't work out at all. So we just had to believe we were good enough to play our own game and win.
I was a little bit surprised in the veto to see them remove Overpass and for you guys to end up with Mirage as the third. Is that what you're expecting to be the third map?
No, we were really surprised as well, but we were also happy. Like they're probably the best team in the world on Overpass, and I just think they are feeling so confident that they probably play into their opponent's weaker maps always. Statistics-wise, I think our Mirage is worse maybe or something. But yeah, I don't know what to say.
Well, I mean, I can say something. You are qualified for the playoffs of DreamHack or CORSAIR DreamHack Masters Marseille. Bloody, what are we at? Stockholm.
Stockholm, yeah, that's the one.
Congratulations, bro. Congratulations, that's huge. Okay.
Back to it?
Yeah,
We got there in the end, but we're here.
Yes, we are. Sorry, there's just I have to say so many things, and
sometimes, yeah, sometimes the order and the words and the things,
and it's Masters and it's something else. It's like 6 words to tell you where we are right now.
Where are we?
We're at the CORSAIR DreamHack Masters Stockholm.
There you go. You're not at that time. There you go. You get the paycheck this time. I'll send it in the mail. It'll be there tomorrow.
Practice makes perfect.
I don't know about you, Maniac, but that game with all the clutches that I was seeing, that's where normally the likes of Astralis, you know, they can have the likes of Zipnix, all the devices stepping up and going huge. And this time, Device was, you know, he's missing.
Yeah, it was really, and I think Astralis losing this 3 versus 1 against Valde on Mirage is also very not expected from them. Also, I don't know what you thought about the T side, but to me, seeing Astralis winning only 2 weapon rounds on Mirage as T, that was very surprising. Also, the way it happened, they were playing a very first-degree Counter-Strike, I would call it, like contact play, going through smokes, and it didn't feel like they could just play their game and take control of the map.
Yeah.
Whereas usually where they are really good, they would take very strong positions, and they were forced the CT to rotate around and take the opportunities they had. But I feel like against North, they never could do it. They had to go really all in. Magisk went through smoke on B, won a round, but it wasn't really properly, how you say that, mastering what was happening.
Yeah, I agree.
Something else to add to that list as well is this seems to be a bit of a problem for Device versus North.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a guy who is praised for being the most, if not one of the most consistent players, consistent AWPers, and consistent presences within Astralis, and he seemed flat throughout this series.
Yeah, we tee him up as a top 5 player in the world, right? And that's pure because of how consistent he can be, which is what you were basically alluding to there, that he does it time and time again in all matches. And this time here, he just wasn't feeling himself. Yeah. But I know from playing that you just have these games where you have these missteps. You could see timings or decisions which were just off, and then they force you to kind of make a snap decision next time because you want to get a kill on the board or you want to have that impact, and that's the wrong decision. And I saw that time and time again from him here.
You were laughing, weren't you? Because you were like, he's so close to it working time after time.
Just missing these timings, or he was just like, there was one that sticks out to me. Like he was in warehouse with the Deagle.
Sure.
He snuck in there. One player was coming up secret. He had no idea about that, but he knew a guy was stuck in mini. He didn't need to take the shot on the mini guy because he was giving the information to his team. They didn't know where he was. He could have just waited a little bit longer, took the shot. As soon as he shoots, he tags the guy. The secret guy comes out, kills him. It's like, man, like I can't win.
No, but this is really a really difficult spot to be in as a player. And I remember I've had these games where basically you're in a play and you need to kill 2 people. Your position means you have to kill 2 people, but because you're having a bad game, because you need a little bit of confidence more, you're gonna go for this 1 kill. You say, I'm gonna have this one.
I need one.
I need this one. And instead of killing the 2, you might as well miss the first one. And this is exactly what happened in Device outside. Could have had the double kill, went for the 1. But I also think that Astralis' overall money, I feel like, as on the T side mostly, they never really had the money going for them, which means they didn't really have an AWP for him to play. So it was like an awkward position to be in. So both money-wise and also just individually not playing his best today.
Yeah, and I can't wait to keep talking about Counter-Strike because we've got another fantastic game coming up after our break. Coming up, we do have none other than Ghost Gaming playing for a spot in the playoffs. That's right, these North American underdogs going up against the Ninjas for a spot in the Ericsson Globe.